What's up, guys? Jesse from Jeweler's Advantage here, and I'm just coming out of like the biggest sprint of my life in the world of AI and tech development. It's called a sprint when you basically put your head down and just go. And I basically was in a sprint from October until like last week. So a lot is crazy and a lot is changing in the world of AI. I actually have a funny story. If anybody's been following Jeweler's Advantage for a while, you know that at late 2023 is kind of when we came on the scene and got really public about the AI type work that we were doing and what we thought it meant for the jewelry industry and everything like that. And it wasn't necessarily super well received by everybody, and it got us kicked out of Facebook groups and stuff like that. So I bring that up because it's more about the change in perspective that I see. I saw one of the heads of these groups that at one point thought I was a robot and told me that I was getting kicked out of a group because I'm a robot, which I'm a real human. I am a real human. This individual was making a post saying everybody needs to get over it with AI, that it's here to stay, and this is just going to be the way it is now. So, no shade on the past. I think it's actually kind of cool that that we were so polarizing at the beginning, and now people are just starting to flood into the AI for Jewelers group by Jewelers Advantage and stuff. So that's cool. To me, the insight is more interesting, that it's like, oh, okay, so the early adopters had this like 3-year runway where you really could kind of like act with impunity and move fast and break things and try different stuff out with AI and really work out the kinks when it comes to things like how you're going to design your products or run operations of your jewelry business. So it's interesting to me to see that what the mainstream perspective used to be was that AI was bad, and there was a large constituency of people that kind of got camaraderie and kind of they fell for the rage bait of it all. That population is starting to shrink down and gradually become part of the people that just have to accept reality, or that are just opening themselves to the possibility for the first time that AI could be a cool, useful tool. So that's more what I want to talk about. I think that the shift in perspective is really interesting, that we have people that were downright opposed to the existence of the technology at one time, or that kind of treated it like a witch hunt in some ways. The fact that that's already kind of becoming over with is interesting to me. And it's interesting to me because we've been working with AI as a creative tool for years now. So if you're new, and maybe we're just bringing you over from the other side of the fence to the side of, hey, AI can be really cool for a creative and somebody in the jewelry industry, whether they're at the bench or they're a salesperson learning customs or they're doing supply chain management and inventory and stuff like that. Like, AI obviously is here to stay in jewelry, but it's also really, truly awesome, for a lack of a better word. It's awesome having robots become your employee. That's cool. We always wanted that when we were kids. So like, where did the thing change along the way from when we were kids, even watching the Jetsons on like Nick at Night or whatever, if you were, too young, if you missed the boat on the first go around of the Jetsons, or if you're old enough to remember when you used to watch Jetsons when it was new. Everybody wanted robots doing work for them, and everybody wanted to believe that computers could talk to them and do cool things, and we have that now, and it's like the most amazing thing ever every single day. And then there's still people that find a way to be negative about that. I get that there's real risks, there's real human rights concerns, there's real environmental concerns, there's real economic concerns to AI. We see it from every side, but for a small business owner, the only way to see it is in a positive light. Because you're not going to single-handedly destroy the planet with AI. You're just going to take off your tiny little pie piece of the data center and make it work for you and your family. So something that I was thinking about with AI and thinking about the human component of being creative, I've been thinking about this for a really long time, obviously, and I'm always trying to find the way to simplify it down into a way that would make it accessible to the person that is new here today, but still useful for the person that maybe has been working with AI for 5 years, or maybe they've been working with jewelry for 50 years, or their family's at least been in it for 50 years. And that would be to really zero in on what we call human in the loop. Human in the loop. It's an actual real technical term in the world of AI, so you're a smart tech person now, if this is your first time hearing that. Human in the loop is exactly what it sounds like. It's the human in the loop of the AI system. You're co-creating. If you're co-creating anything, or you're collaborating in any way with AI and you're the human, at any given stage where you're observing what is going on and making sense of what is going on, you are in the very important seat of the human in the loop. And I believe that the essence of this idea can be captured in a very simple way that also captures the essence of what it is to be human. Have I got your attention? That comes down to the heart, the head, and the hand. The heart, the head, and the hand. Our thoughts, deeds, and emotions. You may have heard in personal growth circles that your results always come from your state, or they come from your thoughts. Success is a mindset, or the way that you feel is going to dictate the effectiveness of your actions, right? That's the heart, the head, and the hand. This is an idea that's prevalent in the various mystery schools. So if you go down the rabbit hole of Hermetic alchemy, which is very cool to look into if you're interested in AI and jewelry, it's just very interesting stuff. Or if you look into things like Native American shamanism or other various mystery schools and spiritual teachings of the world that humans have followed over time, the heart, the head, and the hand are always kind of this paramount trinity that comes about, that captures the essence of who we are. It's kind of the ultimate test of reality. It's also the ultimate test of AI, because your state of mind is going to dictate what kind of ideas you have to be amplified. The way that you feel is going to dictate how you assign meaning to those ideas, and how long you feel like sitting there in the cockpit working. That's going to have a real factor. And your hands are the conduit to interfacing with the technology, to working with the AI. So as we get into this place where people are talking about AI in more of a personified way, now it is just a bunch of ones and zeros, but human beings have a tendency to project onto things and make them human, like cartoons and stuff like that. As we get into that and AI becomes more and more automated, it's going to be important for us to understand this idea of the human in the loop and understand the core of what makes us human, and somebody that's capable of providing value in that relationship. Even if that relationship is between a small, insignificant human and this massive godlike beast that's invisible in the cloud. Think about that for a second. It's all going to come down to human in the loop in order to assign meaning, to extract actual value out of that relationship with this mega beast. And as it's automating and has all kinds of little workflows and automations and things that connect to businesses and things that allow it to do work, the anchor point that's going to make that make sense, that's AI agents, that's your AI employees that you're going to be hearing about all over the place this year. You still make sense of it through human in the loop, through your own two eyes, through your own senses, through the way that you assign meaning to things. And the way that you assign meaning to things is all going to come down to the heart, the head, and the hand. So think about that deeply today. Let that go with you about your day, and think about what that means to you in all relationships and all contexts of the things that you work on. Your emotional states, your state of mind, your thoughts, the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your words, and the quality of your actions as a result of those things. Think about what that means, and think about what that means for the space and time where you have your hands on AI. Again, whether you're a veteran or a beginner, there's something here for you. So at this point here at Jeweler's Advantage, we've got cool free AI products you can get at jewelersadvantage.com. We've also got e-learning products for people that want to learn how to do this at a really high level with AI throughout the whole custom jewelry process. That's live now. There's even more advanced stuff on the way, even more advanced services and stuff on the way if you're into things like AI agents. So leave a comment below if you're into that. If not, just check out the links when you're ready. When you're ready, we're ready. So Think about this today. The heart, the head, and the hand is what makes you human and makes you eternally valuable in a world where AI continues to get more and more valuable. Take that with you. This is Jesse here at Jeweler's Advantage. We'll see you in the next one.